quit, but I'm assuming it's noon, so I'll call the meeting to order. If we could have a roll call, please.
Mr. Egan?
Here.
Ms. Lasky? Mr. Jeff Dance?
Here.
Mr. Becker?
Here.
Ms. Goodman?
Here.
Mr. Adam Dance? Ms. Kaminsky?
Here.
All right, can we approve the agenda?
Go ahead.
Make a motion to approve it.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. Any public comment, Barry, online? Okay. All right, so that takes us right to the agreements. So it looks like on the agenda we start with the agreement with Barry. And
I have some hard copies here if people want them.
I don't have it. I didn't print out one myself. I'll take one if you got one sitting there.
I didn't print out enough for everybody, but I did print out a few.
If I could bring it up, I would.
Okay, the executive committee did meet last week and went over this, came up with some changes and some compromises. I know you've already received these in the email. So I would open it up to discussion. I'm not hearing any discussion. Do I have a motion?
Everybody's cocoa with this, I guess?
So I can go if you want me to just summarize, so from the executive meeting, we had a lot of conversations centered around the expiration date of the contract, and I know in your regular meeting, it went back and forth between June and September. Mm-hmm. And at the executive meeting, we focused a lot on, okay, what happens when it's decided someone either is ready to take over or you take a proposal from Mead and Hunt and you're in the middle of the agreement. And we talked about putting in some transition wording. And following that meeting, I committed to getting with our legal team to just kind of discuss what that might look like in the contract. So I met with them yesterday morning, and they said, you really don't need it. Your agreement, you can open this agreement up at any time. So as long as you mutually agree, which I think in my email I think everybody's here for the same goal, and I understand Barry's concerns about, not wanting this to get drug on because his intent is to retire. And so really the agreement, they said just leave the wording the same, and as long as you mutually agree, this contract can be opened up at any time. So if in June or July, someone's identified to take over, or you have a process identified, you just mutually agree to open the agreements and sit down and negotiate what transition's going to look like. And if one or the other parties don't agree, then you exercise your 90 days. I mean, that's you're out to it. So again, not to overcomplicate things and just let it, just let the contract or the verbiage stay the same. And so Barry was in agreement that the September 30th date, you probably shouldn't wait. If you get close to, if, you're in the end of July or August and nothing's been identified, or maybe even something's being worked on, but it's not going to happen, then just start talking about the contract, have it on the agenda so that we're not behind the 8 ball.
Okay.
And then, you know, you have the ability, if someone is identified, to negotiate that start date, so we don't get into the concern of, paying two, airport managers or whatever it is at the same time because of the contract. So that was our discussion. And
Anyone have any questions?
To me, it makes it fairly straightforward and simple.
Yeah, it was a good meeting, and that was a great synopsis of what happened at the meeting and behind the scenes back at the courthouse, so thank you for that. So, I would entertain a motion to, agree to this contract.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay?
Mr. Egan?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Ms. Goodman?
Yes.
Ms. Manistee? Yes.
All right, and that takes us now to the, Orchard Beach. Karen, you need to get those. All right, open for questions, comments?
I guess the only thing I'll just add on to
Mhm.
that is, everything that she just said
Mhm.
applies to DP
Yes,
as well.
right, right,
So,
right,
it's just the date
Yeah.
right.
that's
Mhm.
different.
yeah, so the wording was taken out about the month to month. Following
Mhm.
that was removed. I think that was, you know, we had talked at the meeting that if we were to put the verbiage of the transition, we talked about the 3% in case, and leaving the month to month, but that's no longer applicable in any way.
Either comments or a motion?
I would say if it's all the same, you know, we make a motion to approve this fixed base operator agreement.
Support.
Mr. Egan?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Ms. Goodman?
Yes.
Manistee? Yes.
What about the 139 agreement? Do we need to deal with that as well? So, again, pretty much the same thing. It's just the agreement, the dates. Any questions, comments? If not, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Egan?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Ms. Goodman?
Yes.
Ms. Kaminsky? Yes.
Any comments?
The only thing is that I think I sent you,
You did.
my comments only for future planning. There are some things, if we go this type of contract again, that we need to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's only future. I did send it to you, Lisa.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you
I couldn't
copied
remember,
me, yeah.
I knew I sent it to you, but I couldn't remember
Yeah.
well.
thank you.
Yeah, it's
and-
just for our future, to kind of keep it, in our vision that there are some things that we could add.
And it's gonna be in our near future, so that's gonna be easy to keep up with.
Do you know who drafted these original contracts?
Would it be George?
Well, no, it was before George.
Oh,
Who
wow.
was,
Before
That's
George,
one.
I don't know.
oh, yes. Yes.
Dan Heslin?
That's one, okay.
And then George has touched them a few times through the process, but
Yeah, so I would think you would want all of them to be reviewed and,
Updated.
You think?
Mike, I've got one comment. When we had the executive committee meeting, the one thing we did discuss with Barry was to try to find his purchaser, and expedite that, because our sense of the board was if we could change person to fit the ticket, I don't think anybody would have any great heartburn with that process, as long as everybody's comfortable with each other. And, just wanted to emphasize that again, so,
Yeah, thanks.
nothing more, nothing less. And if we were to go down that road, we wouldn't probably have to spend as much, dollars with, meat and
Meeting
hunt.
Hunt.
Sure.
Mhm.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah, we have a meeting with Mead and Hunt coming up December 5th, I think, or something like that.
16th for
early.
sure, I think.
Well, there's one,
Mondays.
Is there? Okay.
yeah, yeah, okay. So, anyone else? Comments, Barry?
Nope.
You happy with everything, everyone?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, and before we adjourn, thank you, Lisa.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate all the
Yeah.
work you did behind the scenes on this, so just,
No
I
problem.
wanted that out here where everybody could hear it. Okay,
Yep.
happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you soon.
Thank you.